Hey folks, this is John McLeod with Complete Nerd Authority Saturday Night, and this week I want to talk about the most recent release of a brand new game that was just released a couple of days ago, Double Dragon Gaiden: Rise of the Dragons. Um, this game is basically just the latest entry in the long the long lineage, long running franchise of Double Dragon. Um, I think this will mark this will be like at least I think like maybe 6 7 years since they released their last game, which was Double Dragon 4, which was basically that game was pretty much modeled after Double Dragon 1 and Double Dragon 2 and 3 with a brand new storyline. But anyway, Double Dragon Gaiden, um, it's it's pretty much your typical beat 'em up that you would get from Double Dragon, but they've modernized it a little bit, and the graphics looks really cool. They kind of got like the whole little chibi, I think that's what it's called, the chibi style, where they have little bodies, but their heads are a little big, whatever, whatever. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's your typical beat 'em up. It's basically features, of course, the twin dragons, Jimmy and Billy Lee, just going around beating up bad guys to save the city. But only this time they got some allies. Marion, who was usually like the damsel in distress, but of course, she's a playable character, and I definitely have to say, I mean, she's definitely badass. I mean, she's got the guns and the bazooka, batons and everything. So I actually like her. So and then you got a brand new character. I think he's a brand new character called Uncle Matin. Basically this big black dude that carries this that's basically carrying a shield. That basically carries a shield around, and basically the four of them were going around the city, which was ravaged by nuclear war, and just going around just beating people up. But the main catch is you collect coins, money, and tokens, so you can unlock different so you can unlock more content in the game. Mainly the big thing is the to unlock unlockable characters, um, which you also get to fight as a boss as they're also featured in boss fights, of such as of course the classic boss character Abobo. I mean, the big black dude, um, that's been around since the beginning. So you get to play as him. There's Burnoff. I mean, he was from Double Dragon 2. Chin Tai Mei. He's been in, I believe, yeah, he's been around since the beginning. Uh, uh, her name is Linda. But yeah, she's basically the lady that has the whip. She's a playable character. Who else you got? You also I think they have some original characters too. They have this guy Anubis, who's the boss character that you fight in this junkyard type stage. He's sort of this Egyptian junkyard god type dude. It I mean he was a pretty gnarly boss fight. Oh, Machine Gun Willie, who was the original final boss from the first Double Dragon movie, who was just basically this bad dude, just carrying a machine gun, just killing everything in the screen. You also have Osaka Okada, I think her name is. She's basically a lady that just carrying around a sword, just slicing you half to death. And Duke, yeah, I believe, yeah, Duke, yeah, I believe Duke is his name. He's also in that game. I believe he was the final boss from Super Double Dragon, if I'm not mistaken, from the Super Nintendo. Um, I've played through all those boss fights thus far, and it's pretty gnarly. And with each mission that you clear, you get extra money, so you can and you use that money to get tokens, and those tokens could be used to unlock other content such as characters, unlock tips, unlock extra tips for the game. box art, and of course, and also you get to unlock music, different tracks of music of the game. So it's a so I mean it keeps you a little busy. It gets you grinding a little bit, to get the money, to get the coins and the money and whatnot. I mean, the best way I quickly learned that the best way to do that is to adjust the settings to as hard as you can. There's this one setting where you have like which style of continue you want to use, whether you want to use 3 coins to continue, or infinite continues, or just permadeath, which basically means if you die once, it basically ends the game. You can adjust the pretty much the flow of the level of the difficult pretty much the difficulty. So the higher the difficulty, the more money you get, and the more money you get, the more tokens you get, and the more tokens you get, the more tokens you get, the more unlockable content that you get to unlock. So I mean, it's pretty straightforward and simple. And then of course they have this. I think they have the shadow boss as the final character that you get to unlock. So you get to unlock all the boss characters. So so yeah, I mean you get to do some really cool moves. I mean, of course, each character has their own style. I mean, of course, Billy Lee is known for his he's more known for his for his kick techniques, his kicking moves. Then Jimmy is known he's got the punching moves and whatnot. He has this one special move where he does like an uppercut that is similar to of course Ken Masters from Street Fighters, Shoryuken, and Billy does the whirlwind dragon kick, or the iconic cyclone kick, which is pretty much similar to what they've been doing over the years. So yeah, you have that, and like I said, you have Uncle Madden. He was more of the big hulking strong guy. Marion's got the firearms, the guns, and the rocket launchers and the batons and whatnot. And then you get to play as Burnoff, who's more of a big guy, but he also has this one move where he just spews out bad breath, where um, that could disorient and stun his opponents. And then Bobo, who's pretty much the big guy that just beats everything down. Shin Tai Mei, he has the sticks. Uh, who else I'm missing? Queen Linda. She has the whip, just like, of course, just like she always had, just like in the games in the past. That's pretty much all I've unlocked thus far. I haven't unlocked all the characters yet, but eventually but eventually I will. I mean, once you get the hang of it, the game goes pretty smoothly, and that's all you can hope, and that's all you could ever ask for a game like that. So I'm enjoying it. I've been having a blast with it. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, I've been looking forward to the game since they announced it, and of course I've been a huge Double Dragon fan since I was a little boy. So so I think it's great for them to keep to keep continuing with the franchise with this entry. So I mean, I'm having fun. So uh what else that was in it? Yeah, well, I think that's pretty much it for that game. But I also received not I think it was just yesterday I found out that they're going to release a Double Dragon collection of a brand new Double Dragon collection video game, which is going to include Double Dragon 1, 2, 3 from the NES, Super Double Dragon from the Super Nintendo, Double Dragon Advance from the Game Boy, which I had so much fun playing. Which I've had so much fun playing when I was younger. I mean, there was a couple of buddies of mine, twin brothers, Kiki and Dale. Shout out to them. Every time they would come over, every time they would be home, I would just go and visit them and just play Double Dragon Advance on the Game Boy Advance. I mean, it was just so much fun. So so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to I'm definitely looking forward to playing that. They've announced that it's going to be on the Nintendo Switch. For a minute, I assumed that it was just going to be on Nintendo because most of those games were on Nintendo consoles. But then quickly I went to the article and read that it will also be on It will also be on Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam, I think. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, but actually, I mean, technically, I mean, you don't really have to wait because a few of those games are already available in another collection called the Kunio-kun Double Dragon collection, which is available on all major consoles. It's basically a one-two punch of Kunio-kun games and Double Dragon games all in one collection. They had Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3. It was the main focus of that collection was just the collection of Kunio-kun and Double Dragon games from the NES era. So right now they you can get that right now. It has 1, 2, and 3. So and a whole bunch of games based on Kunio-kun, um, which would which was imported into America and other countries, but we know them as games such as Renegade and Super Dodgeball and Crashing the Boys Street Challenge, which all came from originally in Japan, as which originally came from Kunio-kun. Also, there was World Cup, which was Kunio-kun Neketsu. I don't know if I'm pronounced that right. Neketsu High volleyball, and they have a lot of other games that was never released on the that was never released on that was never released in America, in the United States, and elsewhere. So if you get a chance, I mean, check that out. And of course, be sure to check out Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, and the Double Dragon collection that's coming. I think they said it was sometime in November, so basically it's this fall, not too far away. So I'll be sure to check that out. So yeah, I guess that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons. I mean, it's a great game. I mean, if you get a chance, go check it out. It's on all the major consoles: Steam, PC, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and the PlayStation 4 and 5. So yeah. So I guess that'll do it for me with CNA Saturday Night. Uh, I will see you guys next time or next week, whichever comes first. Peace.